Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. I just wanted to touch upon something that is happening as an perhaps unfortunate consequence of this India hatred, and that's turning into Hindu hatred. We've been seeing this for not now but a couple of years now. In fact, the last time Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy came visiting to Silicon Valley to raise funding, we had him visit a temple in Sunnyvale to show the kind of vandalism that had happened. And then, of course, he will make the right noises. He said, yes, I'll look into it. He gave a speech, which we carried on P Gurus. All this only tells you that there is a deeper problem. Let's start taking a look at what happens when temples are attacked. And I'm just going to tell you the reality, bare bones. Some of you may not like it, but this is the truth. This is the fact of life. Now, this is Navaratri week. Many of us are trying to do 4 or 5 things. We may have a appointment at some friend's house where you are going for their Navratri Golu. Then from there, you may have one of your children performing in a temple, so you want to go and watch them perform. My sincere request to all of you, wear your jewelry lightly. You don't know where problem is going to come from. The people who are attacking us in the Silicon Valley right now, they know a little bit about what Indians tend to do during Navratri. It could be some of our own. It depends. I don't know. Nobody has been caught yet because many of these cities have police in name only. I'll give you an example. Cupertino does not have a police department. Cupertino is where Apple is headquartered. You think they can't afford a police department? I don't know. I don't live in Cupertino city, so I can't go and ask the council members, why is it that you have Apple headquartered in your city and you don't have a police force? In Sunnyvale, there is a police force, but this police force also doubles as firefighters and emergency EMT, it's called, emergency response. Now tell me something. There is a robbery happening in a Hindu temple, and then somebody has got a heart attack and they need to be transported to the nearest hospital. What do you think the police is going to do? You see some of the problems, right? Now, I'm going to give you a series of incidents that took place over the last few days. First, we are going to show you a kind of do these things and don't do these things kind of thing that Sanatana Dharma Kendra has released. This is important because we're going to zoom in here just to give you some practical advice on what to do. In Sanatana Dharma Kendra, I know the founders here. I have a lot of respect for them, but everybody is up against it. Many of these cities don't have police force that can respond to small incidents. They can only respond to bigger things. Maybe even robberies are not being acted upon. I mean, you look at the thing that happened on July 3rd, 2023 to the Indian consulate building. It was set on fire. The people who set the fire had taken videos to show that they had set it on fire. Yet nobody got caught. If that happens to a country's, I mean, that is, the consulate building is the territory of India and nothing happened there. What hope do we have? Those of us who are running these temples, who are responsible for the upkeep. So there is a method to their madness. I'm going to go through that stuff because all of us who are in temples, you should keep an eye on these things. So let's just go around a little bit. The target are often elderly devotees and women wearing gold ornaments. The individuals employ various deceptive methods to gain the confidence of devotees, including asking for directions, pretending to seek blessings, offering religious chains or tokens, attempting to engage in physical gestures such as handshakes or hugs. If it is a stranger, you may want to think twice before acting any of these things, especially, like I said, many of us these last few days and the next few days, we're going to be extremely busy hopping 4 different places in the evening, the 2 hours that you have, and doing a lot of multitasking. So please be careful, wear light jewelry. If all of us wear light jewelry, at least you can say, okay, this is a precautionary measure. That's why I'm doing it. You could also be waylaid when you are getting off the car or you're getting into the car. It's getting bad. And Fremont has a police department, but like I said, every police department, their resources are stretched. It's up to us to do some things that we can do as a day-to-day affair to be careful so that you don't get to regret it, because I can assure you, once the deed is done, even if you have copious video evidence, nobody is going to go to jail. We have to take care of it ourselves. And there are, of course, some defensive methods you can employ. Like, for example, don't go as one, go as groups. Have the men folk accompany you for some of these events, because there's a bit of a deterrence mechanism there. and have something like a pepper spray, or that's for women, and have something in the hand that men can use to effectively wield it like a stick, just to defend yourself. So let's get back to that thing, please, because they also tell you the what they are trying to do is they are trying to remove or cut ornaments and flee quickly, often riding in a vehicle or using a waiting vehicle. So if you are going into a temple and if you see a car idling right near the entrance, take a picture of that. Just be safe. Take a picture of that before you enter the temple. Okay. Nobody can park the car or idle the car right in front of the entrance to the temple, or even very close to the temple. Take a picture of that, because you never know, you might be able to use it later as evidence and say that this may have been the getaway vehicle. So they are all doing some things. They are after hundi. So my request to all the temple authorities is prominently display your QR code for temple account where they can give in their donations. Don't put money, viewers. Please don't do that. These days with Venmo and what is this? There's another thing I'm forgetting now. A lot of ways in which PayPal and other places you can remit your donations directly to the temple, and they can also give you a receipt, or you can keep the remittance itself as your receipt for donations for tax time. Do these things. Don't carry money with you as or have very little money, so that even if the devotees are attacked, you don't have much to part with. And also, these thieves don't understand that much of the gold jewelry is not real gold. It is all plated gold, and still these, I mean, it's not worth much, literally. And there is not much money in the hundis either. $200 in an evening collection, if that. I think so. It's pointless. The point is not that. The point is trying to make you feel insecure in this country. That is the point. This is being made deliberately. There are many groups who are sitting and doing, oh, Hindus are peace-loving people. These people shun violence. They go away from violence. Let's put the scare of God on them. And you have some misguided individuals who go by the name of Kotestanis, who apply more their Josh than their Hosh, who are willing to fall for this. And I don't have to tell you who could be engineering all these things with covert support from some other groups. See, hating someone for your troubles is the easiest thing that you can do. I don't have a job. It must be that guy's problem. Oh, he's coming on an H1B. He's taking my job away. Yesterday with Kalavai Venkat, we did a complete breakdown analysis of where the H1B jobs are headed. Much of it is headed in Silicon Valley. Yet where is the resistance coming from? Deep South. Those guys have never seen an H1B guy in their life. Maybe one or two here and there. So somebody has manufactured this. Take a step back. We have brains. I'm sorry to stereotype. We have brains. Let's apply it. Find out how this is happening. Spread this message to people so they understand it. You have to be careful first so that you cut out all the ways in which this can be done. And if you catch one or two, give them the thrashing of their lives. Police is not going to do anything with them. Even if you call police, they come and you hand over the thing, that guy will be fingerprinted and then he'll be let go on the streets. This is California. This is the blue capital of the world, woke capital. The CRD is continuing its caste discrimination case without a case. They just don't want to give up. Arrogant assholes. This is what is California today. Why? Because you and I, the hardworking Hindu American, has decided that we would like to devote our life in US, making sure that we secure our future, we secure our children's future, and then we have, some golden years where we can enjoy other things. None of us have thought of going into public service. There are a few exceptions. The vice mayor of Sunnyvale is a Hindu American, is a good friend of mine. The mayor of Fremont, Hindu American, good friend of mine. But they don't have resources to deal with this problem. Expecting the police to solve this problem is foolhardiness, in my opinion. Let's try to be careful ourselves. Let's get back to that thing, please. Request to all of you to please like this video. I'm sorry I didn't ask this at the beginning itself. It's important that everybody goes through this. This is something that is going to happen to you today evening. I mean, what is Silicon Valley is rush hour is horrible, right? So what you do, you leave your work at 4:30 or 5 just to avoid the rush, beat the rush hour traffic. It will still take the 45-50 minutes to get home. Then you you dress up in a hurry, then you have to go this place, this place, this place, this place. You have the traveling salesman algorithm mapped out saying, I'll go here, I'll do this, I'll go there, I'll do this, and then I'll come back home by like 9:30, 10, right? So in all these things, please plan it so that you don't give any opportunity. It leaves a bad feeling in your mouth if you have a expensive jewelry being ripped off of your neck, or a bangle being forced off of your hands. I'm telling to my sisters of India from here, who are born there, and we still happen to follow all these things. Not only do we dress ourselves, we also dress up our children. Nothing wrong. I'm telling you again, nothing wrong. Just do some basic things like avoid wearing expensive jewelry or valuables when visiting temples. Remain alert to unfamiliar persons initiating unsolicited interactions. Seek immediate assistance from temple management or volunteers if approached in any suspicious manner. So those of us who volunteer are also people who are also going to all these golus. So there is a challenge about time. How much time do we have? And I can tell you, some temples get really crowded. 300, 400 people is a norm, because there are so many people in the Silicon Valley. At last count, I would say about 250,000 or more. And we all decide that we want to go to a temple, especially on Vijayadashmi Day and special days and during Navaratri. Oh my God, parking itself becomes a nightmare. So somebody is trying to take advantage of this situation. All I can tell all of us who are watching this is be careful. And I'm telling this to my own family members also. And make sure that at least you are safe, and that if little bit of caution is taken, make sure that if you happen to see something suspicious happening, just take the video. And temple management and trustees, I think you may have to seriously upgrade your CCTV equipment, and maybe you have to post some private security guards with uniform, so kind of give a little bit of deterrence. But unfortunately, I can tell you, I have 5 or 6 storylines here. Milpitas temples have been attacked. Jain temples are being attacked. What happened in Sugar Land, Texas, where the congressional candidate is himself taking pot shots at something called demon monkey or something of that nature. See, the problem is we also have to take some time to explain to those who ask all these questions. Why do you worship monkeys? Why do you worship donkeys? Why do you worship snakes? All this thing. What we have to understand a little bit about what our dharma is. It's not a religion. It is a dharma. The dharma treat everybody with respect, and all these things, like whether it is Hanuman or Lakshmi or Durga or Saraswati, represent facets of ourselves. When we have to educate our children, we become the Saraswatis of the world. When we have to guard our children, take a look at any animal, a lioness, a she elephant. They ferociously guard their children. That's what a woman does. A mother always has that, and that's where Durga comes in. And if they don't listen, the Durga becomes Kali. So this manifestation of a certain swarupa, or certain character of the human being, is what is brought out in the form of murtis. Don't use the word idols, please. Idols, makes it a little bit objectivized. I mean, Barbie is a doll, it's an idol, but murti is slightly different. Please take a little bit of time to understand what I'm trying to say here. If somebody really wants to know why are you wearing a dot on your forehead, you can say about, I've explained this to you before, right? The temperature sensor of the human body is right where the 2 eyebrows meet, and you put a little bit of sandalwood paste as a base, and then on top of that you put kumkum. That helps you keep calm and cool, and controls your temperature. And when your temperature is cold, you also tend to get angry less. So this is one of the main reasons why the kumkum is put. There are other reasons also, that it is to ward off hypnotism and so on and so forth. That came later. The kumkum has been there for thousands of years. So what I'm trying to say is, it is up to us to educate our neighbors, our friends who want to know, who ask questions about Hinduism, and always be inviting of these questions. Don't try to shun it off. I'm atheist, I don't practice Hinduism. Don't do that. We all do it in the privacy of our home. But when somebody asks us the questions, we need to have simple answers to some of these questions. especially this mocking of some murti and saying that why is this so big, because the person who's asking this question is playing to a gallery. And you need to take them on when they make these statements. You have to take, if you go to some of these meetings of these congressmen and women, there'll be hardly 10-20 people. You will have your say. You can ask them questions. Why did you make this thing? Do you even understand Sanatana Dharma? Again, I'm trying to avoid the word Hinduism. I'm trying to say Sanatana Dharma, because this is what everyone was before Jesus came along. Anyway, this is all I have. Be careful, and my editor has a small note for me. So that's all I have. We don't have any questions to take, just a small set of things, do's and don'ts. Be careful where you go and where you step. Again, put light jewelry, and because you don't want to come to disappointment later, because this will sting you for the rest of your lives. Don't do that. Don't give somebody an opportunity. We don't know how many people hit at a given time, and all of them appear to look like us, and that is the other problem. We have some elements who try to pass themselves off as Indians, even though they are not, and they're shameless. They will be whatever you want them to be, because there's a different objective to achieve, and they're stupid too. That objective is not going to be possible. But still, it's easy to dream something that might happen. 0%, 0.1%, I don't know, but that's the mindset. Okay. Oh, here is this rascal comes every once in a while and gives me some gun. Living in a fantasy world, man, living in your bubble. Keep your comments to yourself. Indian fatigue is real. Indians are disliked 85% Canadians due to high criminal activity, scams, killings, assaults, immigration fraud, breaking labor laws, no civil sense. Well, Laurie, Indians by rule, they are the most law abiding. Look at the number of people who are in your country and how many of them are in jails. That should tell you the answer. So don't make one story the rule. That's the exception. Do some of us break the laws? Maybe, but that has to be dealt with as a law and order problem. Don't try to stereotype everybody as being that. For the most part, if there is a fault of Hindus, or if there's a fault of Sanatanis, it is that we tend to keep our heads down and keep going, ignore some of these things. Even if something bad is happening right in front of our eyes, we tend to ignore it and say, it doesn't hurt me, I'm just going to keep going. That time has gone now. You do need to participate. I think that's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching. Have happy festivals. The Dashera is beginning, and then you'll have Diwali, and then Sankranti. This is 3 months of festivities. A lot of things will be happening, and wherever you are, stay safe, and please make sure that you are careful, especially our children. Make sure that nobody gets hurt in all these things. Thank you very much. Namaskar.